the podium up here and state your name and address. We will be starting shortly. I hereby call April 2, 2026 Code Compliance Special Master Hearing to order. Roll call, Special Master Karen Jenkins. Here. City Attorney Alex Uribe.
Here.
Co-Director Jose Perez.
Present.
Special Master, please approve the minutes of the hearing that took place on March 5th, 2026.
Approved.
We kindly request that everyone in attendance place their cell phones on silence. Por favor, pongan sus teléfonos en silencio. Anyone giving testimony today, please stand to be sworn in by Homestead Police Officer Harris. Correction, Police Officer Gasca.
Okay, so please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that no, that's not for you. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you are about to give in these proceedings will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, say I do. Translator, please stand up. If you could please stand up. Thank you. Okay, please.
Is our translator here?
My apologies, ma'am. No, it's okay. If you may please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the translations which you are about to give in these proceedings will be accurate and correct to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Yes.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. One moment.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For the record, the following amendments have been made to the hearing agenda. Item number 1, case number CE 25020227 from previously heard has been tabled. Item number 4, case number CE 25060143 from previously heard has been complied. Item number 2, case number CC 2600091 TKT from civil citations has been complied. Item number 3, case number CC 2600043 TKT from civil citations has been complied. Item 11, case number CC 2600062 TKT from Civil Citations has been complied. Item 12, case number CC 2600066 TKT from Civil Citations has been complied. Item 14, case number CC 2600068 TKT from Civil Citations has been complied. Item number 1, case number CE 25050346 from New Business has been complied. Case number 3, case number CC 2500395 and OB from New Business has been complied. Item 16, case number CC 2501239 NOB from New Business has been tabled. Item 22, case number CC 2600241 NOB from New Business has been complied. Item 23, case number CC 2600264 NOB from New Business has been complied. Special Master, if I may take the cases out of order from the agenda for those who are present today.
Approved.
Will we begin with lien reduction? Item number 1, 1201 Northwest 4th Street. Case number CE 131000157, CE 15060086, and also property address 1150 Northwest Carmen Mercedes Bacio TRS, case number CE 1310061. Both are the same property.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Please state your full name
Sure.
and address.
No problem. Isidoro Lopez from Lopez Legal Group, Inc., with offices at 8950 Southwest 74th Court, Suite 2201, Miami, Florida 33156. Okay, so I wanted to see if we could take these two in together because they're the same client. I think you read them that way. This case, Special Master, first and foremost, thank you for the audience today, stems from 18 years in the making. Starting with property 1201 Northwest 4th Street. This was originally a violation with code cases CE 131000157 and CE 150600086 that dealt with accumulation of garbage, vacant property in overgrown conditions, operating without a business license, abandoned vehicles, and non-compliance with permit conditions. To our understanding, this property is in full compliance, and there is a lien amount of $307,295.21. The compliance was achieved by our records by December 18th of 2025. All of the violations are in compliance. Also, the permit, the business tax receipt, came into compliance with the new legislation that came out in June of 2025, allowing for that carve-out that gives a temporary business tax receipt. So that's on the first one. On the second property, which is 1150 Northwest 4th Street, that was almost exclusively a business license issue and public nuisance condition. Both of those are actually all in compliance as well. I wanted to see if we could shift gears and kind of get into the nature of why it took so long, right? Why the 18 years? And so some hardships that affected Landmark, who's my client, Mr. Tomasino, that are responsible for the delay. Going back to 2008, you can recall we all went through a recession in this country that they were not immune from. They also endured that recession. Subsequent to that, Mr. Tomasino, the owner of Landmark, suffered the loss of his wife to cancer. And then after, COVID hit. In the meantime, though, he never let up. There were endless communications with the city. Mr. Tomasino and Landmark spent close to $314,000 just bringing these two properties into compliance. So that was a financial hardship that they endured as well. Luckily, after the amendment to the code of the city in June of 2025, they were able to find a way of stopping the bleeding on the business tax receipt violations that were accruing daily. And with the change in the guard here, working with Director Perez's office, we've been able to get all of the outstanding violations into full compliance for these folks. They're a commercial resident of the city of Homestead, been here quite some time, employed quite a few amount of people here, and have tried their very best to get things into compliance as quickly and as thoroughly as possible. Unfortunately, I wish they would have gotten extensions throughout all this time. They were not afforded that, and this is how these balances ballooned to close to together over $700,000 for business tax receipts, which I would even consider that to be maybe punitive. I understand that this body, this city, is in the business of helping folks come into compliance, not necessarily punishing them when they don't need to, and we're asking for your mercy at the highest rate possible available to you to help these folks mitigate this down and come into compliance. And also, assuming we could get that, if we can at least get an arrangement to pay it, because they are in pursuit of coming into full compliance with the city. So.
Thank you so much for the history and.
Sure.
Are your clients here?
The client is here. You want to
I just wanted to. Is there anything that he would like to say? I thank you. I thank you for. I just wanted to hear your. Can you come up here? Thank you.
Maybe a little stage fright.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming and taking your time and going through this. So I just wanted to hear from you.
Thank you. Yes, we've been here working in the city of Homestead since actually approximately 2005. We're very thankful for the city. The code compliance and building and zoning have been very cooperative. We've had to go in and pull license and permit after permit. We did suffer some financial hardships. We honestly didn't have money to finish the construction. We're in the construction business. We manufacture infrastructure for roadways and highways. And fortunately, during those 18 years, we were able to hold our business in place and progress. And finally, things got better where we really were able to invest the amount of money needed to bring us into compliance. And we've been able to do that. And we worked with a couple of different general contractors. We would hire them because that's not my profession. So we would have to hire people to bring us into compliance. And finally, we hired one last person, Lisette, she's sitting there with me, who did all of the paperwork. It took her about 3 years of paperwork and emails and everything to go back and forth to bring us to where we are today. But ultimately, it's been a tough road, but any road is a good road. And we're happy to be here. We're thankful to the city for giving us the time and the opportunity to work here. And hopefully we can come up with a good result between both of us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for your loss, by the way. Just give me a few minutes and let me review all of this. Thank you. All right, thank you for your patience there. All right, so what I've been able to do here with your hardship and your honesty, thank you for coming into compliance, working together with our city and everything. I did see that the city had already given you guys a reduction of 25% from, the total was, and we're talking first about case number CE 131100161. I want to make sure we're on that page, on the right page for property 1150 Northwest 4th Street. So you were on the same page? Okay, so the amount for that was $409,620.21. There was a reduction given of 25%, which brought it down to $307,295.21, and that was the reduction given to you at 25%. Were you coming in for, did you know that reduction was already there?
No, we were told the 25% was at that moment, but if we came to the hearing, I think it reverted back to the total amount. So we're trying to see if we can get, obviously the most, but at the very least, I think closest to the 85% ceiling.
Okay. Okay, give me a second here then.
Sure.
Okay, so, yeah, so the 25% would be the $307,295, and what I am willing to do is the max that I'm able to do is not the 85, but I can do 80%.
Okay.
Okay, which that amount for that case number, which is CE 131100161, that would bring it down from the $307,295.21 to $82,180.21, and that's including the administration cost fee that comes with that.
So that was 82,000.
$82,180.21.
Okay.
Okay. Now that is covering the 1150 Northwest 4th Street. And now we will go to the two other case numbers that I have here. Regarding case number CE 131100157, that amount was $153,808.70, and what I'm able to do that is bring that to 80%, which that amount would be $41,251.20. That's including our administration fees. So that will cover that. And then the last case number that I have here is case number CE 150-60086. That amount was $80,083 with 70 cents, and I am able to do that one at 80%, which would bring it down to $21,591.20. So the total cost for all would be $145,022.61. That is a max.
145,000.
And 22.61.
Okay. And we could also work out that arrangement, I think, for the 6 months.
That is something we can do, and she can set you up with that.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Yep.
So let me go ahead and rule on that. I do find in violation of City of Homestead for the 3 cases. I'm just going to repeat them so we have them on record here. Case number CE 131000161, CE 131000157, and CE 150-60086, that we are going to go ahead and reduce the amount to 80% for these all 3 cases, ending in the balance of $145,022.61. That's it.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you all for your time.
You're welcome.
Mr. Lopez? Next case, item 14. Under new business, Code Officer Lynn, case number CC 2501105, NOB Valdemiro da Silva.
Hi, good afternoon.
Give me one moment, just gotta give my testimony. The property was cited on December 12th of 2025 with a compliance deadline of January 23rd of 2026 for continuous outdoor storage at the property. The property was given some time between that time frame to go ahead and come into compliance with outdoor storage, as there was outdoor storage in various areas of the property, as this is a duplex in front of the property where the outdoor storage was residing. The only communication that I had with the property owner was, I believe, with his son, who had called in regards to the property. They indicated that they were going to take care of some of the storage, but all of the storage still remained on the property at the time frame of when the violation was given, and also at the time of the reinspection. Special Magistrate, please accept all the photos submitted into evidence.
Approved. Okay, please state your full name and address.
Full name is Valdemiro, last name is Da Silva. Address I have in this file is not the proper address. It's 18203 Southwest 144 Place.
Okay, and do you have a testimony you want to share?
And the address I see there, I believe, is 99 Northeast and 12th Street in the picture. So something is not much here. Which one is we have the problem? Is the 199 I just see in the picture, or that's the one in the paper? Because that one in the papers belong to Miami-Dade. There's no City Homestead.
Give me a second here. So you're saying this is not your property?
Yeah, the one I just see in the picture is the one in Homestead, but the paper, they say 18203.
Is that the right address?
I believe he's referring to the mailing address listed on the summons to appear.
They say mail address and say proper address, 18203 Southwest 144 Place.
The property address should be
that
at the
is-
very
The
bottom of
address is
that.
Miami-Dade, there's no Homestead.
That is the address that you have registered with Miami-Dade County Property Appraisal, and as required by Florida Statute 162, that's where the notices were mailed to.
Okay. Well,
But the violation in question is with the address here in the city of Homestead. As you can see by the screenshot that's above, the address there, it says mailing address 18203 Southwest 144 Plain. That's where it was mailed out to. But the address in question is 1208 Northeast First Avenue.
1208? That's not 1208, that's 99. That's the wrong address. By the way, that's not a problem.
That's what property appraisal is advising. It's a multifamily, so the main address is 1208 Northeast First Avenue, okay?
Okay, well, that's not the one in the picture, it's 99, Northeast. 1208 is across the street.
Jeffrey, could you advise? He's advising that that's the wrong address.
The address listed on property appraiser is that correct address. The address has multiple addresses listed for this address because it's a duplex.
I figured. Thank you. Please proceed.
Okay, so the storage, is that what was left out there? Storage container?
Yes, it was continuous storage being left out in front of the property, including refrigerators, appliances, I believe bed frames, grills, tables, chairs, various different things on the property address.
Thank you. And you have been in communication with him or no?
The only communication I believe I had was with his son at one point. They indicated they were going to take care of it, but nothing was resolved by the deadline that was given.
Okay. And was there a violation notice given to him? I'm sorry, because I'm not able to see. I'm sorry, my computer. So-
Yes, a violation notice was mailed and posted at the property, and also a summons to appear was mailed and posted at the property as well.
Okay, so you are now aware of what needs to be done, and
We already take care of that. It's, there's a couple of things there, and that's the front of those properties. The people, sometimes they put a table there with the chairs and everything, but I already talked to them. They already remove everything, so if you guys want to go take a look at it, that's fine.
okay.
But please, when they leave the letter, make sure to put the right address, because you can see in the picture, they say 99, it's not 1208.
Okay, well, you can let Mr. Jeffrey know, and he can update and help you update what the address is on that. But I'm going to go ahead and rule on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2501105 NOV. Give me a second here. All right, well, based on this, and you already came into compliance and everything, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the 5 days, which would bring it to April 8th, 2026, to come into compliance, and today would just be an $80 administration fee, and that's it.
All right.
And you can see her.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next case, Code Officer Johnson. Item number 2, case number CC 2500391 NOV 1481 Northeast 10th Street LLC.
The property was cited October 22nd, 2025 for code section 6-197 for a fence in need of repair. A notice of violation was posted and sent via certified mail August 22nd, 2025. Summons to appear was also posted and sent certified mail March 20th, 2026. Currently, the property is not in violation. I took the photographs October 22nd, March 20th, and April 2nd. The photos fairly and accurately represent what was observed. Special Master, please accept the photos, submit as evidence.
Approved.
Special Master, I re-inspected the property this morning, and the fence is removed, so that complied the case. However, I did see in our system that the homeowner applied for a new fence, and it's just in the applied status, is BD-26-00209-BLR.
All right. Hi, can you please state your full name and address?
Glenda Dykes, 8169 Southwest Yachtsman's Drive, Stuart, Florida, 34997.
And the property that we're talking about?
1481 Northeast 10th Street.
Okay, and you're the owner of the property?
Yes,
Okay. All right, well, thanks for applying to get the new fence.
I've been working on this for 5 months. I'm not sure what's going on, whether it's a problem with permitting or fence company or, but I
Okay.
haven't. Yeah.
Or you just need to stay in communication with them so they can give you, get this process
Thank you.
completed. So I'm going to go ahead and roll on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2500391. I'll give you 30 days to come into compliance. It'll bring you to May 3rd, 2026, and today would just be an $8 administration fee.
Am I not in compliance now?
Yes, Special Master, just for clarification, she was cited for a fence in need of repair. However, this morning, I re-inspected the property and the fence was removed. So that complied with this violation. However, she, instead of, per the zoning inspector, instead of applying for a demo permit, the new permit oversees that, but it's in applied status.
Okay, so she came into compliance with her, okay, well, now that she has the new fence on there, she still needs to stay in communication and make sure that, you know, that gets completed.
Correct.
So I think,
Correct. So this case is complied, but she would just have to follow through with the new permit.
okay, so, I mean, I'll go ahead and state on here for your record that you are in compliance with the fence, but you're staying in communication to make sure you get the new fence.
Right.
Okay, so let me go ahead and redo that. So for case number CC 2500391, has come into compliance for the address 1481 Northeast 10th Street and reapplied for her permit for new fence. So today, there's no cost then, okay? All right, right.
Next case, Code Officer Valencia, item 17, case number CC 2600137, NOB, Hamil Masood Hamil.
Good afternoon.
This property was set on January 14 of 2026 for code section 34-403G, building, protected coating, and paint maintenance. The property was posted, the notice of violation was posted on 1/15 of 2026. As at today, I believe they apply, so it was just to retouch, but owner decided to paint the whole building, right? So he applied for a permit. So they just need a little bit more time to obtain the permit due to they're taking a little while. So that's what we're here for. Please accept the photo submitted as evidence.
Okay, approved. Hi, please state your full name and address.
Jamil Masood at 2056 Southeast 19th Street, Homestead, Florida 33030. I'm sorry, 35.
And regarding what, the address of the property?
55 Southwest 8th Street, Homestead, Florida 33030.
Okay. And is there anything you want to share as a testimony?
Just waiting for the final, the permit to finalize it. I just checked the one earlier and they told me it's still on signing.
Okay, great. Thank you for applying for that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and rule on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600137. Give some more time, an additional 30 days so that you can come into compliance. And that would bring you to May 3rd, 2026. And today would just be an $80 administration fee.
Thank you.
Okay.
If things be done before, I don't have to come here, right?
Yeah, you can stay in communication with your agent.
Thank you. So I'm all done? Thank you.
Next case, Code Officer Flores, item number 10, case number CC 2600057, TKT Miriam Kerner, under civil citation.
The citation was issued to Miriam Kerner, property address 3066 Southeast 7 Court. Citation was issued on 2/20/2026 for code section 29-5, tree removal without a permit. The location of the violation, 3066 Southeast 7 Court. I took the photograph on 2/20/2026. The photograph fairly and accurately represent what was observed. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence.
Approved.
Special Master, this citation was issued due to a tree that was being cut down at the front of the property without a permit, and the activity was observed in progress. I made contact with the owner's husband, who advised that he was not aware that the permit was required, and instructions were provided to get an after-the-fact permit to come into compliance.
Thank you. Hi. Please state your full name and address.
My name is Miriam Kerner. And my husband, Don Kerner.
Okay, and the address?
3066 Southeast 7th Court.
Okay, and do you have a testimony you want to share?
We had the tree, and we were going to cut it because my husband let him. Can he speak for me and stuff?
Yes, you can. You can go ahead and.
Hi, so I didn't recognize you. Yeah, this. I'm sorry. I have pictures here of the property and everything. The tree in question, that's it right there. That's me. I did not know I needed a permit to cut a dead tree down on my property. As you see, the tree, I've got extra pictures here, was dead. We've lived there since 2011. The trees never drop all their leaves. And by this one, you see they're completely down. And it's been that way for a while. My fear was it was a hazard to my house and my neighbor's house. If we got a storm come in, a hurricane season come in, being that it was dead, it could be uplifted, not only damaging my house, but maybe a neighbor's house. So I went to cut it down. Ms. Flores stopped by, asked me if I needed a permit. Did I have one? I said, no. I didn't know I needed a permit to cut a tree down my thing. If I would have known that, I would have come down and got the permit and paid the fee and everything. What's it called? I told her I was going to plant other trees and replacing it because, you cut a tree down and plant another one. I actually went, I obtained 2 sea grapes, planted them in my backyard instead out in the front, okay? I did come down that following Monday to try and apply for a permit, but they're like, I showed them the ticket and everything at the window, and they're like, well, you have to fill these forms out, we can't advise you on what to do. And so I'm like, okay, so I come home, and I start looking at the paperwork, and it says, you fill out the paperwork for the permit, it says, I hereby swear not to start the work until approved. Well, the work's already done, so I'd be submitting a false affidavit by signing that because a notarized paper here is an affidavit, and I didn't want to violate that. So I asked the lady there, I says, well, how much does the permit cost? Nobody could tell me. I says, well, can I at least pay whatever the permit would cost? That way it's in the file before the court hearing. And nobody could tell me what it cost. I called again, we can't advise you. So we're here. I can show the court the pictures. I can show Ms. Flores the pictures from the backyard if you want. We did plant other trees, and sea grapes are on the list for native trees. This wasn't done to skirt paying for a permit. We gladly paid the permit fee, just the $500 kind of hit us hard. So.
Okay, so when you got that, you went to the city now. You were able to you understand now how it works. I mean, did you apply for now a tree permit?
No, because when you apply for it, the thing says I will not start the work.
Yeah, but they have.
You're approved, and by signing that as an affidavit, that's a false affidavit. It's a catch-22.
Yeah, but the city would give you information. You could probably do an after the fact, or there's.
And I asked them, and they said after the fact permit, go to the hearing. So I'm going to catch-22 here. I tried to comply, was willing to comply once I got cited. Ms. Flores, was I even in any way nasty towards you?
Not at all. Not at all, Special Master. He was very nice and understood the severity. I did explain what steps, and he was asking what can he do moving forward to come into compliance for this case.
If I may, what the property owner needs to do is apply for the after-the-fact permit, as mentioned, which would then subsequently say that the work was already done, so you wouldn't have the dilemma that you're facing right now. That application will be, again, through Development Services. My recommendation is at this juncture to speak with either the Assistant Director or the Director of the Department. The Assistant Director is Mr. Derek Cook, and the Director is Ms. Deborah Storch. That is my recommendation, as they might be able to help expedite your resolution at this point.
Okay, it is a specific form, because the one they gave me over there was just for a
They'll be able to give you more insight as they're the director and assistant director. I don't necessarily know because we don't oversee their permitting process, but they will be definitely able to help you out with the after the fact permit.
Okay, and that's available like on the Homestead website, because I tried to find the procedure.
I advise to go see them in person. Their office is right here across from us.
Okay.
And ask to speak or maybe make an appointment to speak with Mr. Derek Cook or Mr. Burstorch.
Okay. Fine, we're just trying to comply. Like I said,
Okay.
we didn't know. And as we all know, we live in South Florida, a dead tree is a missile during a hurricane or any type of a storm. And, you know, that thing would have fell over. And the pictures here, if you want me to remind you, I had a huge strap holding it from trying to fall against my house.
Right,
And
right.
everything. That would have fell. We're talking thousands of dollars in damage. So I figured, okay, let me cut it down before it gets worse or we have a hurricane. So it wasn't, you know.
Okay, so I'm gonna rule on this, but I want to make sure you understand the next steps. You are aware what needs to be done after the fact. Did you write down the two names that he gave you? The two names that were provided to you?
Names that they gave us?
What was it, Cook?
Can you write it down for us?
I'm gonna have co-compliance manager General walk you guys over,
Okay, that's
and
fine.
he'll be able to
I
introduce you.
took the day off to do this, to figure it out.
Yeah, so he'll be able to walk over and introduce you guys today.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and rule on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 26000057. I'm gonna go ahead and waive this one-time ticket here, because now you have understanding, you weren't clear. I usually don't do that, but I do appreciate you guys coming out here, trying to get the right information. Today is just gonna be an $80 administration fee. Okay? So you're clear of everything, right? What you gotta
Yes.
do? Okay, thank you.
Do we have to come back again, or no, just we comply this? I'm asking because I can't ask for another day, and I want him to come. So.
Yeah, you can come, you'll be able to talk to Ms. Flores, and she'll go ahead and tell you the next steps.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Next case. Code Officer Buell. Item number 7 under civil citation. Case number CC 2600053 TKT Michael Gallardo.
Good afternoon. The property address is 72 Northwest 20th Street, Homestead, Florida 33030. The citation was issued on February 19th, 2026 for code section 30-433 subsection F off-street parking. This was a repeat offense. Special Master, please accept the photos submitted as evidence.
Approved.
I observed a semi-truck parked in the backyard of this property. I issued a citation for a repeat offense. There was an offense that happened back in October 31st, 2025, and it was closed on January 16th, 2026. The civil citation and the summons to appear were posted at the property and sent via certified mail. The civil citation has yet to be paid, nor has there been any communication with the residents since the day of the violation.
Buenas tardes.
Do you need a translator?
Yes.
Translator?
I can translate.
No.
No?
No, she will.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Okay. He venido por el mismo problema muchas veces y espero que esta sea la última.
I've been coming here for the same problem as always, and I hope that this is the last time.
Can we get a name for the record, please?
El nombre, por favor.
Michael Fuentes y Elsie Nolasco.
This is different. This is good. Oh, okay. Okay, and address too? Can you please state the address?
La dirección.
72 Northwest 20DH HST, Homestead, Florida, 33030.
72 Northwest 20th Street, Homestead, Florida, 33030.
Does she have a testimony she wants to share?
Bueno, el oficial Steven llegó a mi casa justo cuando mi esposo iba a salir. Mi esposo tenía aproximadamente 1 hora de haber llegado. Cuando él llegó, mi esposo iba saliendo. Hasta ese momento no habíamos encontrado una yarda donde estacionar el camión.
All right, so when I was home, my husband had been at the house for about an hour. So then that's when the officer, Valencia? No, Bill had just arrived. Okay, and then?
Entonces, bueno, lo que nos puso, bueno, está en su derecho, nos puso un ticket de $1,000. So, ya hemos pagado varias veces por la misma razón. Entonces, señoría, lo que yo estoy pidiendo, ya el camión no está más.
Okay, so he had every right to give us a ticket for $1,000, and we've paid it, but we've been told about it that we haven't been paid, but we don't have the truck anymore.
Pueden
Wait,
checar.
1 second. So this has been paid? Tell her there's no record. of-
Previous violations, I think. That's what I heard. Previous violations, has been paid.
Oh, no, because the fines were taken away.
No solo por eso, han sido 2 años de muchas cosas más.
Oh, there have been two years of fines and other situations that she has them all here, and so apparently this is for something else.
Si se puede hacer algo con el ticket, está bien. Si no, pues ya. Yo espero que esta sea la última vez que nos vean aquí por ese problema.
Okay, if something can be done for the ticket, well, then I'd appreciate it, so we can fix this problem.
Okay, let her, I'm going to go ahead and rule on this. I'm going to rule on this, okay? So
Va a tomar una decisión en este caso.
I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600053. We're going to stay at the 1,000. Hopefully this will be the last time. This has been repeated over and over and over. So hopefully this will really make her understand that, you know, the truck cannot be there whether she has it or not. But this fine of $1,000 will remain the $1,000.
Se va a mantener los $1,000 porque esto ya se ha venido repitiendo muchas veces. Esperemos que el camión ya no siga ahí.
As well as an $80 administration fee for today.
Y agregado eso, un costo de $80 por el proceso administrativo.
And that is it. She can get the payment over there.
Sí, el pago se hace allá.
Gracias.
Next case, Code Officer Valencia. Item number 11, under new business. Case number CC 2500779, NOB, Gonzalez Corp.
This case was open on November 19 of 2025 for compliance date of 12/19 of 2025. We're cited for close section 6-36, permits required for work done on the premises. What they did, the inside of the whole entire unit was demo without a permit. The property was inspected on February 11th of 2026, and it was found that it's still in violation. Summons to appeal was posted on 4/2/2026. I checked with Development Services on 2/11/2026, and there is no permit on file. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence.
Approved. Hi, please state your full name and address.
Can we have an interpreter, please?
Interpreter?
Thank
Okay.
you.
Pero es la que lleva todos los papeles, ¿puedo hablarle bien? Yo soy la dueña, pero ella lleva todo el control de los papeles y todo. Mi nuera.
She's saying that her daughter, she would like for her daughter-in-law to speak on her behalf because she has all the paperwork. Is that possible? She's the owner.
I mean, does she have power of attorney, or, I mean, you're the interpreter here.
I know, I'm just.
Yeah. What do you think?
The owner should put her name on the record and then authorize the daughter-in-law to speak on her behalf, since she's here.
So, yes, she just needs to state her full name and the address of the property, and then give the permission on record that she's allowed.
Entonces usted va, sí, sí, que hace que va a dar su nombre, la dirección, y entonces de ahí usted autoriza que ella. Entonces yo le voy a traducir esa parte.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Lázaro González. La propiedad es 4207 Norris 9 Street, Hunter, Florida 33033.
Okay. My name is Lázaro González, address 4207 Northeast 9th Street, Homestead, Florida 33033. Yo autorizo.
Yo autorizo a Indira González, mi nuera, es la que lleva el control de todo esto.
I authorize Indira González, my daughter-in-law, to speak on my behalf. She has been handling all the paperwork.
Esta propiedad, buenas tardes. Esta propiedad nosotros la compramos y estaba involucrada en un fuego.
We bought this property and it had been in a fire when we bought it.
Ya van 4 veces que ponemos el tarp en el techo y cada vez que ponemos el tarp nos sale en $2,000 y pico.
Okay, it's been 4 times that we placed a tarp on the roof, and every time we do it, it's been like around $4,000. $2,000, excuse me. Each time that they put it.
Ya sometimos los permisos y nos aprobaron zoning y building.
Okay. We requested the permits and they approved the zoning and building.
Estamos en la mejor disposición. Yo fui ahora mismo a hablar con el Chief Inspector de Building para ver si podíamos empezar a hacer el techo. Tengo el contrato de las trozas.
Okay, so we're willing to work. I just went and I spoke with the Chief Inspector, and he approved the trusses.
Okay. Pero él dijo que era un proceso, que sin el permiso no las podíamos poner.
Yeah, he said it was a process that we couldn't do it without a permit.
Has she applied for the permits?
Yes.
Yes.
If I may.
Lo que queremos es un poquito más de tiempo para ver si nos los acaban de, tú sabes, de aprobar, porque ahí prácticamente estamos regalando nuestro dinero. Cada vez que ponemos el tarp, se rompe por el viento, entra el agua. Ahora viene el season de huracanes.
Okay, we're just trying to ask for a little bit more time.
If I may.
Oh, so that the permit can be approved because...
One second.
So I was here when this property caught fire. You're not the original owner, correct?
No, sí.
Okay. So my position is this is an investment property that they bought willingly and knowingly in the conditions. It's been over a year that the community has had to bear with the blight of the conditions of this property. So I want to establish a precedence that, unfortunately, I understand it's $2,000 every time, but they willingly bought this as an investment opportunity.
Ustedes sabían, estaban al tanto de lo que había sucedido en la propiedad, y entonces ustedes, pues, que esto les afecta a la comunidad, ¿no?
A la comunidad y a nosotros, que somos los que estamos invirtiendo el dinero.
So to the community and to us, because we're the ones who are investing the money.
Right, but she bought this property knowing the situation. So we want to make it clear that this is, you're coming in, yes, as new and getting the permits, we appreciate that, but this is going to need to be into compliance, because if you decide, if you have to come back, it's not going to be as easy as it will be today. It's basically, we want you to know on record that this has already been, this property has been here whether you were the owner or not, you're now the owner, so you have to come with everything that comes with that property. So we want to have that on record, that now you have the permits, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to rule on this, but if you were to come back, it's not going to be the same. So I want her to understand that this property has had issues for a while, so we want to make that clear.
Sí, no, que tiene que estar en control. El permiso no está aprobado. The permit is not approved yet. It's only building and zoning, which is approved.
Right.
So we need to wait until the whole permit is approved for us to move forward. We are in the best conditions, like, to move forward. We have the money to pay the trusses and everything. I don't want to still, like, paying money for the tarp and then just last like a week. And then I'm throwing my money away, and it's really hard now.
Right.
And I'm on the best, effort to do everything I can. I'm just waiting for them to approve the permit.
Right,
For
that's
me
why
to
that's why
move
we're here.
forward. Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're going to roll on today, okay? So I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2500779. I'll give another 45 days. That should, to come into compliance, which would bring it to May 18. And today is just going to be an $80 administration fee.
Okay. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Gracias, mi amor. Eres muy amable. Que Dios te bendiga. Thank you.
Next case, item number 7, under new business. Code Officer Valencia, case number CC 2500720, NOB Rolando Molina.
This case is comply.
Next case, under new business, Code Officer Chapelli, case number CC 2500432, NOB Esperanza Sanchez.
The property was cited on October 27, 2025 for the following code violations: 6-36 for an expired permit. Compliance was not met. Summons to appear was mailed on January 4th and February 22nd, 2026, and posted on January 4th and February 23rd, 2026. As of today, the property remains in violation. Photographs were taken and submitted as evidence.
Approved.
Special Master, she does have a permit on file, which is 25080633. And I just want to clarify that I spoke to the owner, and the permit has been voided by Development Services because the owner have canceled the contract and she would no longer be the property owner. She'll provide more of her testimony.
All right, hello. Please state your full name and address.
Esperanza Sanchez, and my property address that's been in violation is at 252 Southwest 6th Avenue, Homestead, Florida 33030.
Okay, and would you like to share a testimony?
So I believe the violation was for the rear parking of we were using this property for parking. We got the lease for parking purposes. Then
We're here because of expired permits.
Okay, so we were told that we were in violation of the parking because the parking was not suitable. The property was not suitable for parking. So they suggested that I get a permit and install gravel. I went ahead and requested a permit for gravel installation, thinking that it was just going to be gravel installation. And so they granted me a permit number, but it continued to be in review for a while until I reached out a few times, and then they sent me to zoning, and then zoning gave me like a whole bunch of paperwork. I assumed we were going to proceed with the permit, but again, we waited months, and then I reached out again, and then they sent me to planning. When they sent me to planning was when I got the violation. So once I requested a meeting with the planning department, they then gave me this whole information about making the property into a proper parking area that included drainage, electrical, and just having a an actual parking lot, which, we leased the property and we couldn't afford to do all that. So then I decided to just cancel the permit because since that property is not suitable for parking as is, we couldn't continue to rent it. So we cleared out the property back in December after they gave us the violation notice in paper. Because before that, we were trying to get the permit for gravel, so we were able to park. So since December, I submitted so we had the meeting with planning in December. Right after they said, no, you have to do all this, I canceled the lease, and then I also canceled the permit, or submitted the request to cancel the permit. And then just back in March 25th is that they gave me it's voided in the system. So.
Okay, so you're not the owner of the property 252 Southwest 6th Avenue?
I'm not the owner, but we're the ones leasing, so we were the ones responsible to get the permit.
Okay.
And the violation is under my name.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're leasing, but the owner is the one that needs to be here.
But the violation has my name on it.
It should be issued to the property address, and it attaches to the property address. That said, I think, Special Magistrate, I think you can rule as if this were a case heard in absentia. Or we could table or continue this, and if the department would want to send additional notice, that would also be a way to proceed.
So I'll let the officer speak, but I'm pretty sure that this case was noticed for both the property owner and the tenant. So I believe due process was met.
If that's the case, then it can proceed as if it were an absentia, and you've heard what the tenant has to say, but at the same time, the tenant doesn't have standing to make those arguments. So you ruling based on the officer's testimony and on the evidence in the case file.
She has the notice because on the tax appraisal, she is the owner. Yeah, it's for the 252 Southwest 6th Avenue. The property owner is Esperanza Sanchez.
Okay, so when I wish I had I'm not sure if you have the permit application on file. Okay, so on the permit application, it has a different folio number for the property that is required to get the permit. I have it on my phone. If you want, I can pull it up.
Yeah, so for some insight, what she's mentioning is that she was renting the property behind her property to store vehicles there, and she was going to go through the I can't talk today, the process of permitting the rear for installation of gravel or some sort of permeable surface so she could park vehicles there. In this case, she had the issue where she's no longer moving forward with that, and at this juncture, the permit at file was being canceled, correct?
But she said it was voided. In fact, I went there before I came over here, and they couldn't find it in the system any longer because she said that it was voided back in March 25th.
Did she give that to you in writing?
I have the email address. The email.
Okay. Can you show that to the officer?
The permit number. They couldn't find it on the system, so since they couldn't find it, they assumed it was void.
So I believe they're probably talking about a different permit because the one that I cited for the expired is in reference to a wall sign. That was the expired permit. On the bottom of the permitting, it says wall sign, plastic, 35 square feet, and then it says Canto Body Shop. That was for the expired permit right here. That it's been in an applied status since November 15, 2019.
Yeah, that was prior to us purchasing the property. So is this one
For
in
the
regards to that?
Yeah, for the expired permit.
Okay, so for the record, to clarify, I redact what I mentioned about the parking situation. That is no longer the case. This is a different permit that has expired. That was a permit that was prior to your acquiring of the property. In this case, my recommendation is to visit the Development Services Department and have them either finalize or cancel that building permit in order to cure this violation. I have no objections with granting 30 days for that.
Okay, well, this is a new permit, because this is the only permit I was working with. I guess I have to go to the permit department and see permit number for that, because it is prior the time that I purchased the property. So and that's even a different body shop, so.
If you want to write this down, I could give you the permit number.
I can write it for her.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
So she'll share the permit number with you, and then with that, you can go and let them know that is no longer a project, that is no longer a building permit that you're pursuing, and then they'll be able to assist you with closing that out or canceling it.
Okay, let me a quick question, because since I already applied to cancel a permit, I already know that they request the property owner information who pulled the permit. I'm a new owner.
So for this, it'd be different because it's an expired permit. So automatically, if in the state of Florida, under the Florida Building Code, if there's no activity within a building permit within a certain amount of time, it'll be expired, and after a certain amount of time, it's eligible to be closed out.
Okay.
So I would speak with the building official, Mr. Luis Hernandez, and he'll be able to assist you.
Okay.
This will be an easier process, okay?
Okay, and I don't have to come back.
So for today, I just have to rule that we're gonna give you some time to get this done, okay?
Okay.
So I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2500432, to give some additional time, 30 days, which would bring it to May 3rd, 2026, to come into compliance. And today would just be an $80 administration fee.
I appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Next case, under new business, Code Officer Valencia, item 12, case number CC 2500789 NOV, Homestead Commons 2 LLC.
Hi, I'm Nelly Geller, property manager at Homestead Commons.
Give me
2
one
LLC.
second. Give me 1 second. I believe we have two cases with them, right? We have CC 2500793 as well? I have three. I see three.
93 and 90? 79 is 793.
What about 790? There's 790, 793.
Correct.
And 789.
You are correct. I'm gonna start with case number CC 2500789 NOV. The property was cited on 11/20/2026 for code section 6-197A, fence and disrepair. They were given under 12/12/2025 to come into compliance. The property was re-inspected and was posted on 3/16/2026. As of today with the fence, I did make contact with one of the, well, she made contact with me, Nelly. And I explained to her that what they need to do with the fence. However, they repair a portion of the fence, and then they install one post. So she had to contact Development Services Department because a permit is required for that. So when she contacted Development Services, there is no permit for the fence. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence. The pictures were taken 11/20 of 2026 and on 3/6 of 2026. Do you want me to continue with the other ones, or you want me to, or you want to do this one first? And then-
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do them all together.
Okay. So for case number CC 2500790 NOV,
It was cited on 11/20/25 for code section 6-97, subsection 4, fence and disrepair. The property was found in violation on 3/6/2026. The same scenario as the previous one. There's two different lots. There's two different folios. And as of today, the fence has not been repaired. Please accept the photos that were taken 11/20/2025 and 3/6/2026. Approved.
Case number CC 25007993 NOV. It was cited on 11/20/2025 for code section 23-90C. All sign must be kept in good condition. And that is the billboard that they have that is it's in bad condition. The notice of violation also was posted on 11/20/2026, and also it was a reinspection with the summons to appear posted on 3/19/2025. Ms. Nelly also contacted the Development Services Department. She was advised that the billboard sign they never pulled a permit for it, and I believe she is going to start a process to demo that.
Hi, how are you, everybody? Yes, that is correct. First of all,
Please state your full name.
Nelly Geller. And we apologize.
And the property address?
Homestead Commons 2, LLC.
Okay, and you have authority to speak over the company?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have power of attorney, or is that normal?
Yeah, she was advised that if she comes to the hearing, she needs to bring the power attorney. Nelly, you brought the power attorney?
I did request it, but unfortunately the owners are French in France, so it's a little bit of having to translate back and forward. So I apologize, I don't have that in my.
So what we could do is she could share her testimony. You could take it into consideration as the attorney advised earlier. However, she cannot act on behalf of the property owner without the power of attorney, but she is able to, if you're wanting to, share her testimony.
Yeah, just to share the progress that we've gone through in the past 2 weeks. We've been acting, we received the notice mid-March. We immediately, within 7 days, hire a contractor, fix the fence, pay them. Here's the invoice and the quick video clip showing the entire extent of the fence being repaired. I was immediately then turned around and called Mrs. Valencia to come by and inspect it. That's when we realized that the fence nor the billboard were built without a permit. So I have to turn back around and request a couple of estimates for the demolition of both, which I also brought with me in case you're curious. So we're ready to roll. The only caveat is that we are in the process of developing these 10 acres into a 81,000 square foot master project, and so it's a little bit tricky because we already have plans for that. So we may have to, instead of creating a new we're debating whether we should create a new process and pull a new permit prior to the development of the master plan, or if there is absolutely any way possible we can have a little bit more time, somewhere between 60 and 90 days, so we can have it included to the current approved scope of work. So that's my only request. If there is absolutely any way we can get an extension, 60 to 90 days.
So as I mentioned, since you're not under power of attorney, you're unable to make that request, we could just take into consideration the testimony you just shared, okay?
Okay, thanks. Well, in summary, we're now aware of the the violation, not so much having to do with the repair, but with the fact that it was built without permit, and so we got estimates. We're ready to roll. We just need to figure out the approach we want to take, given that we're already ready to break ground within the next 60 to 90 days, and this can be independently verified in the city, in the building department on that folio.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. I'm I'm going to go ahead and rule on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2500789, as well as CC 2500793, and as well as CC 2500790, to have some additional time to come into compliance. The 90 days that would bring it to July 2nd, 2026, and today would just be an $80 administration fee.
Thank you very much.
Is it, Special Master, is that per case or altogether?
Altogether.
Thank you very much.
Next case, under new business. Code Officer Valencia, item number 8, case number CC 2500764, NOB, Laila Noor.
This property was cited on 11/17 of 2025 with a compliance date of 12/08 of 2025. They was cited for code section 30-443A of street parking, paving and marking requirements, and that's to repair potholes that needs to be repaired. They request a extension, and it was given to them additional 60 days from December 4 of 2025. The property was posted, and as of today, they have not repaired the potholes. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence.
Approved. Hello, please state your full name and address.
My name, Laila Noor, address 55 Northeast 80th Street, Homestead, FL 33030.
Thank you. Do you have a testimony you want to share?
Can
State on behalf of her.
Could you put it on the record stating you're allowing, who are you to her?
Say yes.
Yes,
Who is he to you?
my nephew.
Your nephew? Okay.
Actually, we started with 4 violations in the last 3 months, and we are in compliance with 3 already. So this is the last one, and the problem we are having here is like the City of Homestead have a new rule of you guys need a dorm approval from Miami-Dade County. Are you aware of that? Okay, so that is the reason it's taking that long. We're stuck on Miami-Dade County.
So I guess you're requesting more time? Is that what it is?
Yes, please. It all depends on the Dade County where we're getting the dorm approval for parking, the lot drainage. That's where it's stuck on.
Okay. How much, do you know how much time additional you need?
Someone on time?
More additional time?
Yeah, please.
How much are you requesting?
I have no idea how long it takes for Dade County because our GC is going there. He was there in the morning, so.
I have no objections with a 60-day extension, and we could reassess after the 60 days.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and rule on this. I do find violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2500764. To give some additional time, 60 days, it will bring it to June 2nd, 2026. And today would just be an $80 administration fee.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
June 6th.
Now returning to the agenda, order for the remaining cases. Next case, Item number 2, under previously heard, Code Officer Chapelli. Case number CE 25040475, Rigoberto Arias.
The property, this is an affidavit of noncompliance. The property owner is Rigoberto Arias at 241 Northwest 2nd Street. The case was heard on July 3rd, 2025, and the compliance deadline was August 3rd, 2025. Compliance was achieved for failing to obtain a permit for shed, permit number 25050522. It was issued on June 11, 2025. Noncompliance remains for 6-36, non-permitted work for the terrace. The affidavit of noncompliance was sent certified on February 22nd, 2026, and posted on the same date. Photographs were taken and submitted as evidence.
Approved. I guess no one's here. So probably, when did you say August 3rd is when they were supposed to come into compliance?
Yeah, their deadline was August 3rd, 2025, and the case was heard on July 3rd, 2025.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and rule on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CE 250-40475. This one to have a daily fine going back of August 3rd of $250 per day with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, under previously heard, Code Officer Chapelli, item number 3, case number CE 25050179, CBD2 Properties, Inc.
This is an affidavit of noncompliance. The property owner is CBD2 Properties, Inc. at 10955 Southwest 177 Terrace. The case was heard on July 3rd, 2025, and the compliance deadline was August 3rd, 2025. Noncompliance remains for 6-36, non-permitted work for the hurricane shutters. They do have a permit on file 25080433, but is in an applied status as of August 13, 2025. The affidavit of noncompliance was sent certified on February 22nd, 2026, and posted on the same date. Photographs were taken and submitted as evidence.
Okay, approved. I'll go ahead and rule on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CE 250-50179. Have a daily fine going back of August 3rd, 25 of $100 with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, under civil citation, Code Officer Valencia, item number 1, case number CC 2600014, TKT AMG Properties, Inc.
The property was cited at 1/7/2026 for code section 29-12, subsection H. Tree abuse prohibited. What they did is they have racked 2 of the trees in the property. The citation was issued to AMG Property, Inc., and also the property was posted as well. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence.
Approved.
The citation was paid, but they never pulled the permit to replace the trees.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rule on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 26000, so 3091, to have the violation increased to 1,000.
Excuse me, Special Master, 00014, TKT.
What number is it?
Item number 1.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let me go ahead and redo that. Sorry about that. Case number, I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600014. For this violation to go ahead and be $1,000, increase to $1,000 with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, under civil citations, item number 4, Code Officer Lynn, case number CC 2600045, TKT, Carolyn Zelnio, Bu Elroy Arnason, Brian E.
This property was cited in February 5th of 2026, the property address 140 Northwest 10th Street. This is a routine inspection that was found at the property address. Basically, there was accumulations of debris that was on the property. At one point, we gave them a courtesy notice to get them awareness of the situation, so like that the accumulations of the debris can be removed. At a later time frame, after that process was already done, they took all of the debris from the property and threw it in front of the property. So a citation was issued to them due to that. The citation was issued on the 6th of February with a compliance deadline of February 10th, 2026. The violation was not corrected and the city picked up the pile. As of today, the property remains in non-compliance due to the fine not being paid. We respectfully ask to impose the remaining fine if not up the fine, and ask for an adjudication because this is not the first time this property has done this in the past. Special Magistrate, please accept all evidence that's been submitted.
Approved. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rule on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600045. For this fine to be increased to $1,000 with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, under civil citation, item number 5, Code Officer Lynn, case number CC 2600047, TKT Alfonso Carrillo.
Property was cited on February 5th of 2026, property address 904 Northeast 5th Avenue. Due to a routine inspection, illegal dumping was found at the property address, referencing to property address 922 Northeast 5th Avenue. Property was then posted with the correction notice on the 6th of February in 2026 with a compliance deadline of the 10th of February in 2026. The violation was not corrected by the property owner or by the violator, so the solid waste department also removed this pile from the area. The citation has been yet to be paid. The request is to impose the fine if not raise the fine. Special Magistrate, please accept all evidence that has been submitted.
Approved. Okay, I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600047, to have this fine increased to $1,000 with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, under civil citations, Code Officer Lynn, item number 6, case number CC 2600049, TKT Fog Investments LLC, CO Jose E. Lopez.
The violation was found on February 6th of 2026. I inspected the property at 1238 Northeast Chrome Terrace. Due to a routine inspection, this was for an excessive bulk trash that was located at the property address. The ticket was issued the following day on the 7th of February 2026 with a deadline of the 10th of February 2026 to correct the violation. This property has violated numerous times in the past. The recommendation now is to process an adjudication for this property and to impose the remaining fine if not up the fine. Special Magistrate, please accept the photos and submit it to evidence.
Approved. Okay, so I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 26000049 for this fine to be $1,000 with a $80 administration fee.
Next case under civil citations, Code Officer Garcia, item number 8, case number CC 2600055 TKT, Michael Gilson.
Special Master, this case is in compliance. The citation has been paid.
Next case under civil citations, item number 9, Code Officer Garcia, case number CC 2600056 TKT FVP Realty Management Service Corp.
Good afternoon, Special Master. This citation was issued to FVP Realty Management Service Corp. with the mailing address of 822 Northwest 15th Street, Miami, Florida 33030, and also a copy was given to the registered agent located at 282 Northwest Boulevard, Miami, Florida 33126. This citation was issued back on February 20, 2026 for the code section 23.5-6, subsection C, for the early bulk trash placement. The location of violation was the swell abutting this property in violation under folio 10-7812-000-0621. The photos were taken on that same day, which is February 20, 2026. The photos fairly and accurately represent what was observed. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence.
Approved.
So, Special Master, to do the failure inspection that was given on the citation, I requested solid waste to remove the waste back on February 27, 2026, but per the reply, they said they're going to remove it on the actual day of the PICO, which was like 2 days later, pretty much. So, therefore, it was removed by the city.
Thank you. All right, I'll go ahead and rule on this. I do find violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600056. For this to be at $1,000 fine and $8 administration.
Next case under civil citation, Code Officer Garcia, item 13, case number CC 2600067 TKT Dianette Carolina Ramirez.
Special Master, this case is also in compliance. The citation was paid this morning.
Next case, under new business, Code Officer Chapelli, item number 5, case number CC 2500430, NOB Alfonso Serrano.
The case is CC-25-00434.
Yes.
The property was cited on October 27, 2025 for the following code violation: 6-36 for an expired permit. Compliance was not met. Summons to appear was mailed on January 4th and February 22nd, 2026, and posted on January 4th and February 23rd, 2026. As of today, the property remains in violation. Photographs were taken and submitted as evidence.
Approved.
They have a permit number 21090459, has been expired since September 29 of 2021 for a safety inspection.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll on this. I do find in violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2500434. They have 5 days to come into compliance. It would bring them to April 8th, 26, with an $80 administration fee.
Next case under new business, Code Officer Valencia. Item number 6, case number CC 2500660 NOB, John and Angelina Winters, LLC.
The property was cited on November 10th, 2025, and was cited for code section 16-17, subsection A, require local business tax receive, and what they have is 2 or more rental units. The notice of violation was posted on 11/10 of 2025 with the compliance date of 11/26 of 2025. A reinspection was done on Tuesday night of 2026. As said today, they have not obtained the business license tax receive. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence, which in this case is a duplex. I believe there's 2 duplexes together, but they have not applied for the business tax receipt.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'll go ahead and roll on this. I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2500660. They have 5 days to come into compliance. Brings them to April 8th, 2026, with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, under new business, Code Officer Flores. I'm gonna move to the next one. She stepped out. Code Officer Lynn. Case number, item 15, case number CC 2501224, NOB, Francisco Tomás Permuy.
Special Magistrate, this case came into compliance as of yesterday.
Next case, under new business, Code Officer Valencia. Item 18, case number CC 2600149, NOB, Tyrone Derek Henry Jr., Desi Rodriguez Gabriel.
The property was cited on January 14, 2026 for code section 19-71, parking of abandoned vehicles. And what they did is they had vehicles parked at the rear of the property in bad condition. The notice of violation was posted on 1/14 of 2026 with the compliance date of January 27 of 2026. As of today, they have not complied with all the vehicles at the rear of the property. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence.
Approved. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll on this. I do find violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600149. They have 5 days to come into compliance. Brings them to April 8th, 2026, with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, also with Code Officer Valencia, same property owner from previously, item 19, case number CC 2600151, NOB.
This property was cited on 1/14 of 2026 for code section 30-403G. Building, protecting coating no longer performed. What they need is either pressure clean the building or paint the whole building, but a permit would be required. A notice of violation was posted on 1/14 of 2026 The property was re-inspected on 2/11/2026, and it was still found in violation. I took the photographs on 1/14 of 2026 and also on 2/11 of 2026. Special Master, please accept the photo submitted as evidence.
Approved. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rule on this. I do find violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600151. 5 days to come into compliance, bringing them to April 8th, 2026, with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, Code Officer Valencia. Item number 20, case number CC 2600159, NOV, with previous owner for previous case, Tyrone Derek Henry Jr. Desi Rodriguez Gabriel.
The property was cited on 1/14/2026 for code section 16-17, subsection 8, require a local business tax receipt. That's for rental units. The property was posted with a notice of violation on 1/14/2026, and it was given on 2/14/2026. As of today, they have not applied for a permit. And on 2/11/2026, the property was posted with the summons to appear. The photos were taken on 1/14/2026 and 2/11/2026. Please accept the photos submitted as evidence, Special Master.
Approved. All right, I do find a violation of City of Homestead for case number CC 2600159 to have 5 days to come into compliance with an $80 administration fee.
Next case, under new business, Code Officer Valencia. Case number CC 2600160, NOB, also previous owner, Tyrone Derek Henry Jr. Desi Rodriguez Gabriel.
This case was in compliance this morning, Special Master.
Going back to item 13 under new business, Code Officer Flores, case number CC 2501036, NOB Sara Gonzalez.
Special Master, this case is tabled for a further date. Extension was granted.
Next case, under new business, Code Officer Mentor, case number CC 2600877, NOB Downright Engineer. .877, case was compliant. Meeting adjourned at 3:46 p.m.